All right, it's Alex here from Forever Classic Games, hanging out with PAX East, and I'm sitting here after a demo of the Last Hero of Nostalgaia, which is a Souls-like parody that is super fun, and I've got Jack here with me to talk about it. So Jack, tell me a little bit about what makes Last Hero of Nostalgaia just really kind of special.
Well, it's the Souls-like you never asked for. So, Nostalgaia is a world of video games, and essentially, pixelization is disease, and the world is dying. And as the hero, you have to go and restore the fidelity of this world. And like, your typical Souls games, you'll meet all your enemies and things like that, and there's all the classes you can pick, and everything which, very much you see in the typical Souls game. But the difference is with this, it's a little bit more lighthearted. You play as the hero. The hero is a stick figure, the most pixelated, disgusting thing in this world. And you have a narrator who follows you along your journey. And let's just put it like this, he's not really keen about you being around this world.
It's really fascinating just how funny this game is. And the narrator element does feel like, you mentioned Stanley Parable or even Bastion, like it has that sort of tongue-in-cheekness to it. How did the general do you know the history of the development at all? I mean, obviously you're on the PR side, but...
So, Over the Moon Games are the developers of this, and they made The Fall and The Fall 2, and John, the owner of Over the Moon Games, actually started playing his first ever Souls game during the development of The Fall 2, and he just fell in love with how Souls work, and in his spare time, essentially, he was just messing around with the combat system of Souls games. And, so this has been in development since like 2019.
Okay.
And he kind of, after The Fall and things like that, and he realized, hey, let's try and make a game of this. And, and that's kind of how it went. I can't tell you, like, too in-depth beyond that, sure. But yeah, I know that, it started with the combat first. And when he felt that the combat was nailed, that's when he was, like, exploring themes of how he can put his own twist onto the Souls-like series. And he's got a wicked sense of humor. And they're actually from Canada. However, his humor, I feel, is very resonates with the British sense of humor as well. He's a big fan of like Monty Python and all that kind of sort of humor, and that all kind of like ties into the world of Nostalgaia. Very cool.
And then what platforms that people can expect to play it on, and what's the general like release idea?
So with 2022, don't have a window yet. It's going to be on the Xbox, so Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and as well as Steam.
Very cool. All right, and do you have any closing thoughts you want to leave with my people?
See if you can be the hero which the narrator doesn't want you to be.